Hello, everyone. Welcome to our probably the last session about the calendars. So we are gonna complete the calendar types today, and the topic today is how we can manage our equipment and qualified staff via calendars. So that means let's assume that we have an office and there is a meeting room that is required to conduct the meetings, and obviously a computer or some streaming service that is also required. So that is our equipment. How can we manage that if it is limited and the number of the quantity for those equipment or the meeting rooms is limited? How can we manage with the presence of the person to take care of the needs? If the person is available, the room is available, and the equipment is available, then it should open the calendar slot to let it book. And if either of those things are not available, then it should not let it book any meetings. So that's the main thing today we're gonna focus. And you can watch the stream on the Facebook Live as well. And just give me a few seconds. And let me go. There we go. Okay. So let's start. And let's go to the calendars. And let me share my screen right here. There we go. So we are going to talk about the calendars, and let's start by creating the very first calendar. And that we have already started the personal booking calendar, the round robin, class booking calendar, and collective booking. Today we're gonna see what happens in the event type calendar and what happens in the service booking. Our main focus would be today on the service booking calendar, but let's see what is the event booking calendar. Let's create that. I'm gonna call it test demo event calendar. Okay, so let's create this in here, 30 minutes, something, and let's create the event calendar, and let's look at test demo event, create that. So here we go. This is where you can upload the logo for the calendar, the name, the description about the calendar. If it is part of any grouping calendar, then you can put it in the any group. This is the plug for this calendar, the meeting location. Now, the event booking calendar, here is the important part. Event booking calendar doesn't mean that it will work on any particular person. That is the basic calendar. So there is no person. You have to tell it who's gonna take the meeting, and you have to tell it which is the location where the meeting is gonna happen. So you have to manually paste something in the meeting location. Let's say yeah, let's use the custom one, and let's use zoom.com something slash something. And yeah, so let's save this. Let's go to the next setup. So here is one difference in here. Now, when we are talking about the event booking calendar, the time availability that you set up in here it checks the time zone is checked from the my profile and also sorry, only from the business profile. So whatever time zone you have set up in the business profile, that would be the default time zone for this particular calendar. So we are available from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. for Monday to Friday. The thought interval is 30 minutes. Duration of the meeting is also 30 minutes. Let's set the minimum scheduling notice to, yeah, let's set it to 2 days. And date range, I'm telling it to open next 10 days after 2 days for anyone to book. And maximum booking, I'm telling it on this particular calendar, I don't want more than 4 bookings per day. And per person who can join or book the meeting is 1. So if I increase the number of the person in here, that means on the same time slot, more people can join. But remember, we are creating the simplest event booking calendar. That means I want this to be 1 person or specific number of person. I can define it here. So that is the only, I'm setting it up for 1. And let's save this setting. Go to the next one. This is where you have the default form. You click the data when they are booking. First name, last name, email, phone number, and additional comments or notes. And first it will show them the date and time selector. Then it will show them the form to fill out. So the booking could be confirmed. The consent box. What should be the message in the consent box? Any guests, if you are allowing that, how many and what you want from them. You can enable that. I'm not enabling. And I'm not collecting any payment. Go to the next one. That is the notification and additional option. So here I'm telling it to send the emails to the person who is booking and no additional booking, no additional emails. That is the confirmation setting. Sorry about that. And let's set the confirmation in here. That's the same. Okay. Confirmation email is sent from the calendar, and this should be expired like 12 hours before the actual meeting time. And the cancellation should also be expired 12 hours before the booking time. And okay, there we go. Live. Okay. Okay. Let's save this setting. Let's go to the next one. So the if you want to link any calendar, like the online synchronization, to check your availability, you can connect them in here. I'm not connecting any one of these, but you can essentially check them, connect them in here, set up your external calendar. If you click that, it will open the application and it will take you to the integration to add that particular account, which can be then used in this calendar to synchronize your calendar events. You're not connecting any one of those, so let's just save this. Go to the next one, and customization. What is the our image for your calendar? Which theme we are using? Primary colors, title, description. What do we want to show up in there? And let's click on the widget preview. And this is how the calendar would looks up, the name of the calendar, the duration of the calendar, any description would be shown up right in here in this empty space, the date and time picker. Now here you see, today we are on 7/29, so it is July 29, but because we told it that we need the time before it can open, and that is 2 days. So it blocked 30 and 31st, and it opened up the 1st of August from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And it's a 30 minutes meeting, so it automatically blocked the slot of 5 p.m. to open up this slot. Let's say we book up this one. It takes us to this form where we can fill out this form and book the meeting. This is how your customer is gonna book the meeting with you using this type of calendar, the event calendar. So it was the basic calendar functionality which we saw when we were looking at the round robin. The only difference in the round robin and this one particularly is the event calendar and round robin is here you can add multiple people. Here this one can be managed by any one of your staff. So it's kind of like the basic calendar functionality, even more basic than the personal booking calendar. But in other sense, it can serve you as the personal booking calendar if you synchronize it with any particular synchronization software, like the Google Calendar, Apple Calendar, Calendly, or even the Outlook 365 calendar. You can use that. And if you increase the number of the person that can join, you can use it as the name suggested as the event calendar, which we saw in which we have in the class booking. Let's say you're doing a webinar, you can add those settings using the event calendar in that, and it will create a one-time link for that. So before I proceed to the next type of calendar, do you guys have any question about this calendar, or should I proceed to the next one, the main one?
David. Hi,
Yes, ma'am,
David.
please. Yes, ma'am.
If let's say the classes calendar or the event calendar, right?
Mm-hmm.
Will if let's say right, we want to put a number to the classes. Did you demo just now? Because I came in not too long ago, so I'm not sure if you have demonstrated that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say for a class booking, right? A class
Mm-hmm.
booking, and I want to limit say 10 people.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay,
How
let's select the class booking calendar and let me show you how that works. Please go ahead with your question. So,
Okay, so my question is there a way where we can limit the people uh coming in?
yep, how
Oh,
many
okay.
people can join? This particular thing is handled in the class booking calendar. So, in here, you can limit the number of people who can join this particular slot. How much interval, the meeting duration, date range, minimum scheduling notice, all the same things. But in the class booking, this is the one additional setting that is catered especially for the class booking or the webinar. Like, I don't want my webinar to have more than like 20 people to join me, or maybe 10 people or 50 people, something. So I can limit the number of people. Now, what will happen? For example, for this particular example, it is only set to happen on Monday, every Monday from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. But what will happen? And let me show you. Okay, come on, show up. There we go. Let me show you. There we go. For August, it is opening the number of seats and it is showing up how many seats are already taken. Even that. Assume this is your customer looking at it. So what happened is after all 10 seats are gone, two are already booked, and we can look at the, let me show you those seats as well, who booked and how you're gonna see them. Let me show you those ones too. So for that, we go to the calendars And then in the calendars, if you look at in here, this is for the 4th of August. So let's go there. Okay, the next show. Okay, so there we go. On 4th of August, we have 2 students booked already. Who are those 2 students? That's what those are the 2 persons that have booked. And if I want to see their contact detail, if I click on it, it will take me to that particular person's contact in detail. Okay. So these are the 2 persons that are already booking, that have already booked. If I book in here using this, let's call this David Test 3. What did I name them in here? Sorry. This is test student 1, so this will be test student 3, test, and student 3. This is my 3rd student, for example, that is his name. Let's call this, okay, and okay, what email address did I use? Email address teststudent1.com, okay. So it is test at student3.com. Obviously, these are the fake something. And there we go. I just scheduled. The 3rd student is booked for 4th of August. And now let me show you the class booking calendar one more time. And let's look at that. Copy. Let's open it. Now on 4th of August, it should show only 7 seats are available. See, one more seat is gone because I just did another booking. And if we look at in here and refresh this page. Okay, let me go back to the calendars. Okay, let this page refreshed. Go to August and 4th. There we go. Now it will show there are 3 persons booked, and it will show all 3 persons detail in here. You can update their status from here. Let's say one of the student that you don't want, or maybe you want to cancel, you can cancel the appointment in here, which will open up the seat in here as well. Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's helpful. Thank you. Last question.
Yeah, please
Instead
go
of
ahead.
showing, sorry, this last question to what you just said. That's what I'm looking for. Awesome. Thank you, David. The
Mhm.
last question is, okay, instead of showing 7 seats, right? How do I modify that to become 7 seats left? I'm left with 7 seats for that day. At which point, yes, this one, instead of putting 7 seats, I want to put a left, it means remaining. Oh,
I
okay.
I don't think that is in here, but let me check before I answer you. I think that is the default one. Not in here. Notification. Yada, yada, nothing here. Customization. Mm, Enable book view number of available seats for each time slot. Actually, you can either show it like this. These are the available number of bookings, or you can totally turn it off. You cannot customize its wording here by default.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Noted. Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. So that was the quick class booking calendar. Now let's go to the last type of calendar that we want to create. Now, here is the scenario before we start to anything. Consider this is an office, and any meeting that your staff member are going to take has to happen in a particular meeting room. There are multiple staff members that can take that meeting. Also, in that room, there needs to be an equipment. At least a computer should be there to take that meeting, or some uh, video conferencing equipment needs to be there. So, how do we put all these variables inside the calendar so that even if a person is available to take the meeting, if the meeting room is not available, it should block that slot because the room is not available, or maybe the equipment is in use. So, how do we take care of those variables within the calendar so you can manage your business more efficiently? Now, consider this. Let's say you are you have a construction company and it needs some sort of equipment that needs to be used, and you have created a calendar to take care of that. Like maybe, for example, an excavator is needed to for the dig up site, and if there is only one excavator, for example, if that excavator is booked or is already in use, how can we manage that within the calendar so it doesn't open any booking for that particular time slot? So for that particular system, we can use the last type of calendar, and that is the service booking calendar. Now look at the description in here. Seamless scheduling for service-based business like spa appointment, repair services, consultations, or any such thing which involves not only the human resource or the person who is taking the meeting, but he might need certain equipment that needs to be available. For example, for a spa, if the room is not available, the spa room is booked, or uh, like after the spa, usually it's the washroom where you take the bath to get fresh and go back to your usual life. If that is not available, should we let the customer book that particular time for the spa or not? That's what we're gonna create in the service booking calendar. But all these calendars, all five of them, they can work independently. But for service booking calendar, we need to create something, and that needs to be mapped within the calendar. What is that? It means because we are talking about the person with whom you are booking any appointment and the equipment, so they both need to be tied up. So it needs to be under a group of calendar. So first thing is we will create a group in here like this, create a group, give it a name, description, and some slug, and then click create. Once that is created, I have actually created the group already in here. Let me show you this one. It's kind of very easy. It's the group name is given, the slug is given, which two staff members are part of. Those are added in here. You can add more staff member by selecting the staff members in here. Then if you look at the availability, what is their availability for this particular uh, group? And you can set all that in here. Now, if the group is not available, that calendar is not going to be available. Let's assume everything is set up in the group. Then you have to create a service menu. There can be multiple services that might be offered by your business. Uh, let's look at the spa one. With the spa, you might be giving them some other service as well. So that would be a different service. So this particular one where we have selected one demo service is created in here. Let me show you. You will click on create, give it the name, description, give it slug, yada, yada, and save, and that is done. So let me show you how it is created. This is the name, the slug, everything, and then we go to the service and we told it which service menu group it needs to be part of. We just selected that. and we saved it. Let's go to the, okay, in our particular case, I created one meeting room. Let's create a room, give it a name, description. What is the capacity of that room? How many people can be adjusted in that room? That means, let's say, we tell it the capacity is 2 people. That means at a time, 2 meetings can be booked at that particular slot if the person is available, because a room can entertain 2 independent uh, meetings there. So, and which calendar it needs to use, we can select that service from here. And let me show you this one so you would understand. I have given this room one capacity of 1, can take only 1 meeting at a time. And then I created the part of the service calendar, service menu. That is part. This is the meeting room. And the equipment that is required within that meeting room. Let's say, let me first tell you how to add that. Equipment is in here. You can give it the name of the equipment. How much quantity do you have in that room or in that premises? And out of that quantity, how many are out of service? So you might have like 4 uh, conferencing equipment available, but 2 are out of order. And then you have to tell it which calendar it needs to be part of. Okay, let me show you this one. I added the computer as the conferencing equipment. I have 2 of them. None of them are out of service. And I made that the test service calendar demo. So that is the part of it. So here you see, before we could create the service booking calendar, there needs to be all the equipment, the services, everything needs to be created. And it all need to be grouped in there so the calendar would know what needs to be done. Now let's go to the service booking and let me show you how it works. So copy the scheduling link and let's paste it in here. Now this calendar is kind of different because there might be different services. So first, what is happening? How many services do you have available? I only created one, so I'm selecting this one. If there is more services, you can click on add more service within here. Let's say I want to use this one. Click book. I will add the services in here. With whom, how many people am I bringing? This is your customer who is booking. For example, he selects 2 people. Okay. That means 2 people are booking the meeting at the same time. And remember, in our particular example, we told it that we have one room which can entertain 1 meeting at one time. So let's see how it will work if there is only one person. Continue. And then it will show the calendar availability in here. Now let's say for 8 a.m., I just booked this. Continue. I filled it out. Let's call it test student 1. Okay, and let me check what is those fake email addresses that I created. I don't mess up anything. The student's email is this. Oh, phone number is this one. Let's put the same number. And oh my God. And let's select this one. Put it here. Confirmed. And schedule the book. Now, what just happened? It used the room. It used one of the computers that we gave it. We gave it 2 computers. It used that one of the computers is busy at this particular slot and room is busy. even though in my calendar that we have created for the service calendar has two different staff members. Let me show you that calendar. Okay, service calendar. If you look at that, I didn't show you this part because it is saying it has two different staff members. They are available at 8 a.m. for this particular appointment that is happening on 30th of July at 8 a.m. They are available, but because the room is not available, so it will automatically block this slot if we refresh this calendar the next time. Okay, let me show you in here. Now let's book. Yep, this is just me. Yep, this is the same time. See, that slot is gone. The other person in the calendar is already available. But because the room is gone, room is busy, so this booking cannot happen at that time. So it is checking in the back end if the equipment is available, if the room is available to take up that meeting, and the person or the coaches are available or your salesperson are available to take that meeting. All three factors are getting checked before it shows you to book the meeting. Now, what if we have created more services? I want, with the spa service, I want maybe like a massage service as well or something. If we have created, it will create those slots automatically. And within here, it will show you all the availability according to those. Now, here comes the interesting question. Let me go out of in here. And in here, these are the services that we have grouped in here in the test demo group. Only one service is added. If I add more service in here, this is my service detail. Those are the people, availability, yeah. And I can create room. Let's increase, let's disable the room. Now what will happen? The room is not available for next 3 days. Maybe it is closed for the renovations or something. If the room is not available, can you actually take the meeting? No, you cannot. Or what if the equipment that we have in the meeting room is out of service? I would just come up in here and I would tell it both the equipment is out of service. Now the calendar will not open any slot in here because the equipment is out of order. See, it won't let you book. Now let me show you. This one is particularly a bit difficult to grasp. So let me show you what happens in the back end. So this is the flow for this one. This is your client who is trying to book a service. And he's selecting the service through service menu. Then it is checking which groups are part of it. Then it is checking the date and time, which is then going to how many people are available to take the meeting. Let's assume those are 3 different hosts. Those are available. It's going to check their user profile for what's going to happen. What is going to be checked in their user profile? Let's see. It's going to check, are they available, which service they are using for the conferencing, which online calendar they are synchronizing, are they available there, link calendar. Then it's going to check for the conflicts, and it's going to check for the availability in the profile, and then it's going to check the date and time availability, and it's going to check if the equipment or the service menu is available, the rooms are available, or the equipment is available. Everything is checked by this flow, and then it will show the availability to the person who is trying to book. Now, I know this is a lot to grasp. in the background, the system is doing all this, and then it is opening up this calendar in here. Now let's get back and let's fix our equipment. I'm gonna tell it out. Both the equipment are available. And now when I refresh this, you'll see the calendar will let me book that. Now the booking button is available. So this is how you can create calendars which are not only checking if the staff member or the person or the host who is conducting the meeting is available, but it is also checking up if the rooms are available to take that meeting. Well, let's say your meeting is not dependent on the room. We will just take away the rooms option, but the meeting is dependent on some sort of equipment. For example, the construction site, you might need the excavator for that particular type of booking. It's a digging appointment. Now, if the excavator is available, but the driver is not available, the digging cannot happen. If the driver is available and the excavator is not available, meeting cannot happen. So they both need to be present before the booking could happen. So to take care of that, we use the service calendar type in here. The shortest demo there is. And now please ask your question about things that we have talked about. Or if you have any question about the sale process system, you're most welcome to ask me those questions. If you have, just like the June asked me the question about the class booking calendar, especially. So if you have a question about any particular scenario that you want to use or that is your requirement in your business, ask me and I will show you how to take care of that particular need so you can create that calendar and could be used by your customers or leads. Please unmute yourself and ask the question, or you can type your question in the chat and I will gladly show you the whole thing in here. Remember, I created these calendars like the basic one. I didn't go into the way too more complexity, so you could actually understand what are these calendars about. B, do you have any question for me? Or June, do you have any question for me?
Kind of. Okay,
Yeah, go ahead.
sorry, how do I, because I came in later, I'm not sure if you have demonstrated, how do I put this calendar, say, into my business website, or how do I integrate it? Is it just the copy paste into the, how do I
Excellent
do it?
question. Excellent question. So this is where we create the calendars under the settings in here, calendars. Let's say we want to use our class booking calendar, the one that we created in our previous lecture. This is the calendar. If you want to use this calendar within this website that you have created in the sale process, quite easy. But if you want to use it outside the sale process, you can click on this one and you can use the code on your website that is created outside the sale
Okay.
process. But what if you have created a funnel or a website in here? Let's say, let's go to the sites and let's go to our favorite, the Christmas funnel. That's the one that I love. Oh, where is that? Christmas search. Which one is the one I am using copy for? Ah, yes, this is the one. Let's say we want to use that class booking calendar on this particular funnel or website. And I want to add the calendar in here. I want to put my calendar right under this button, right here in this empty space. So I will click on this plus icon and then I will scroll down to calendars, the elements. There we go. And then I will select the calendar in here, class booking. That was the name that we set. There we go. Added. And if we save it, we'll show the calendar working on our website seamlessly. So let me show you the preview of this funnel. Oh my goodness, it is taking a bit longer than it should. Come on, there we go. Come on, show me the calendar. Where is that? Did I not save it? Oh. Save, review, and the calendar should show up in here. There we go. The class booking calendar is now on the website that created within the SalesProcess. Now the people can come up in here, they can select date and time, fill out, and they can schedule the meeting. Okay, I hope that was the question. Are you creating the website within the SalesProcess or outside the SalesProcess?
I is on my business website. So and it's outside SalesProcess for now.
Outside the SalesProcess. For if
Yeah,
you're
so
using the outside the SalesProcess, what you would need is just go to the settings, then calendars, and grab the code from here. Let me show you class booking. This is the one, and this is the code. Just create a new HTML and put this code there, and it will exactly like this. It will create an iframe on your website outside the SalesProcess, and the booking will be captured by the SalesProcess here automatically, and all the automations and everything will work the same. Okay.
where do I paste this code?
You will paste this code on your website's builder. Let's say you are building the
okay.
website in the WordPress.
Right.
You will go in the WordPress editor. You will create an iframe there. And this is where you see, let me see, where is the iframe? There you see, it is an iframe. It will create that iframe on your website and put the whole thing there.
Okay. I haven't gone to this stage yet. Wait till I then got further question. I'll come and ask you, David.
Sure, sure, sure. What about you, B? Do you have any questions for me? Let me see the chat. Oh, there is none. Okay, so you can ask any question about the SalesProcess system. So that can be any question about it. It's not just the calendars. You can ask me any question, maybe the automation or funnels or pipelines or anything. We can go to that question even. Oh, there we go. Just send the message. Thank you for your booking for the appointment. We were testing it, and it is sending out the appointment only. That is interesting. Well, it's fantastic. That is excellent.
Do we do a email automation for the confirmation of this calendar or no need? Do we need to create one?
We can create the, I didn't create that, but we can create the confirmation emails. We can create it two different ways. One is within the calendar. Let's go back to the class booking calendar. And the notification and additional setting, that's where you would create that. You just enable this and send this message to the person who is booking. Which email it is being sent. If you open this, it will show you the subject. It will automatically fill out the start time and appointment time zone. This is what the person who booked the appointment will receive. It has a lot of custom values. It will automatically fill up their name, which they typed in the booking calendar form. will automatically fill up the appointment title. That is the title that you have given to your calendars. Will automatically fill up the start times, time zone, and the link for that meeting. And this is what the email the person will receive. If you want to send the same email, same type of email to the person whom the meeting is booked with the host, this would be the email that the host will receive. It will give him the contact name who is booked, or any additional email if you want to send it to any person who is only managing your appointments, or somebody is taking care or overviewing like a boss. You can add their email address in there and it will use that as well. So you can send it to 3 different people. Let's say I don't want to send it to the assigned user, only to the contact. This is for the unconfirmed booking. Now this one is for the confirmed one. You have to enable it. Contact whichever you're sending, yada yada. You can send the cancellation email, rescheduling email, reminder email, and any follow-up emails that you want. You can send them all of these from here. And you can allow them to Google and Outlook calendar to send the invitation and update the emails to the attendees, assign the contact to their respective calendar team members each time appointment is booked. You can set all these in here. Now, this is where you can send like the thank you or the confirmation email. And if they cancellation, rescheduling, or reminder, or follow-up email, or another thing you can do, the second method, which I prefer a lot, actually, I usually send the confirmation email through the calendar, and I usually create a workflow in here using the template that we have provided you. And the template I'm going to use is customer appointment confirmation and follow-up reminder. Yeah, let's use this one. Yep, this is the one that I want. And this gives us a bit more flexibility, or yeah, flexibility and freedom to customize it. Now we have to tell it normal booking, appointment status is confirmed, and we have to tell it in which calendar this booking is happening. Last, if you don't select the calendar, anytime a meeting is booked in any of the calendar that you have created in the system, it will trigger that, which I don't want. So appointment normal, appointment status is confirmed. In this particular calendar, you have even more filters in here, like if a tag is there or if it is booked with a particular person, if the meeting is created by a certain person, like maybe your customer or maybe by your user or by your staff member or modified by them. So you can use all these filters. Let's assume we only want these 3. Let's save it. This is the confirmation email that the system is sending. Almost the same thing. And this handy dandy buttons, when they click on these buttons, it will automatically add this appointment that they have booked to their respective calendar, to the Google Calendar, to the Outlook calendar. They can cancel the meeting using this link, the rescheduling. The system is automatically filling up this one. 24 hours before the appointment, it's going to send them a reminder email. 1 hour before, it's going to send another email and an SMS. 5 minutes before, it's going to send a few email and messages. So this one gives us a bit more flexibility than what we saw in the calendar. So I particularly like this one, but what I usually do is I don't send them the confirmation email through the automation. I only send them the reminders. Now, if they cancel, I can create another workflow which will send them emails when they cancel the meeting. We'll send them the calendar link so they can reschedule the meeting for a later time. So the workflows or the automation gives you a bit more freedom in regards to what we do with the system. I hope that satisfies your question.
Yes, thank you, David.
Okay, great. Okay, now let's, one thing I'm forgetting. What is your homework for
No
today's?
homework.
Well, the homework is like why I always give you guys the homework is because you could practice what we have learned. So the homework for you guys is create a calendar for your business and where some type of equipment or something is needed for any booking to happen. So create a calendar for your business where a room or any equipment is required to take the meetings with multiple staff members are available, but the equipment has shorted or maybe the staff member is shorted. Create that calendar and show us what are your settings for that particular calendar. So let me give you a tip in here, like a helping hand. You would be using the calendar type, the service booking calendar. So again, a very quick demo, how we create that service calendar. We create that first, then we create the group, we create a service menu, then we create the rooms and or equipment. That's what I want you guys to create and take a screenshot of it and put it in the Facebook group, hashtag sale process wins. Shows how you're going to use this service calendar for your business. By the way, what is the nature of your business, June?
Uh, it's probably a one-to-one thing coaching for now.
Okay.
Yeah.
What type of coaching are you providing to people?
Um, okay, basically I right now I'm like doing a beta testing of my business model. So my promise to them was removing chronic fatigue. And my
Mm,
framework is actually a neuro linguistic programming and
mm-hmm,
Chinese metaphysics. So I'm like I want to recruit like say 10 subjects. So
mm-hmm,
I need that I probably need this calendar thing to
mm-hmm,
get things a little bit running, to
mm-hmm,
get them to if I once I onboard them, get them to this calendar booking for stuff. Yeah. But I
mm,
was wondering if like to manage it from the membership side or from this
mm-hmm.
how would this calendar actually put in together with the membership and together inside my website. So that's why I'm like a little bit scattered my
No, no,
thoughts.
that's a very good idea. So essentially, in your particular business, you're offering them courses, and if somebody wants a one-to-one meeting, then they can pay you to avail one-to-one session with you, one-to-one private session for more detailed requirements, right? So you would be probably would be using the personal booking calendar. That's the one that is used for. Here you go. When you're creating any new calendar, we have the description typed in here. Schedule a one-to-one booking with a specific team member. So personal booking calendar is the one that you would be using. But let's assume that you have a few staff members that they can uh, take the meetings on your behalf. Then you would be using the round robin calendar. So if one staff member is not available, can go to the other staff member. Okay. Then we have
uh
the class booking type calendar. That's where you
yeah,
would
this one I'm
host the.
actually looking at it because like remember I said I'm like conducting a workshop now. So I
Yeah,
want to
so this
yeah.
one, the class booking is for your workshop needs. Then obviously your business is gonna expand, and you might need to hire a few people for your business. And the collective booking calendar can be used to conduct the interviews with your potential staff member that you're gonna hire. So there would be more than one host that gonna join. and then there would be only one guest or potential candidate that you're gonna hire. So the collective book calendar is normally used in that particular scenario. This is one example I'm just giving you so you would understand how they work. Then the event calendar is the simplest one. You can use it anyway, like a webinar or maybe one particular event, or maybe used for, so it will be journal calendar for your business that can be hosted by anyone. And then the service calendar, which we talked about in a lot of detail today, and you can use that. Okay.
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 Thank
And
you so much.
you can integrate these calendars outside the sale process to your, you have like, you click here, any calendar that you have created, you can use this one. Here's an interesting thing that here is one idea that just came pop into my head. In that is, let's say one of your customer purchases one of your courses that you have created in the memberships. And with that course, you're giving them, okay, you can book one-time meeting with me one-to-one. If you purchase my course, I will talk to you personally for like 30 minutes to take care of your personal needs, maybe. Now, within here, you have this option, one-time link. You create the one-time link. Once this link is used, that link will expire and no one can use it again. So that means with the course, through the automation, you can create one-time link and send to the person who bought your course. He can use that link to book meeting one time with you, and that link is expired. That means he cannot abuse the system and book a meeting with you again. Because to book a meeting with you, he has to pay additionally. So there would be another calendar that is paid to talk to you. But if you purchase a course, one time you can book a meeting with me for free. Here is a one scenario that you might be using in your particular business. Okay, there we go, guys.